Hello, I'm Catherine Corelli. Yes, ім'я Катерина Corelli. Welcome to my YouTube channel, or to my Instagram, or to my TikTok. This is episode 392 of my Cat Vibe series. And if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, I want to urge you to subscribe to it and enable all notifications. I'll appreciate that greatly. And of course, I'm always keen on reading comments. So if you have something to say it. Today we are painting again. It's kind of a continuation of the previous painting. Only in the previous painting, who met whom? There was the horse and the girl in red. They were next to a huge wave that was building up. And it was kind of an open question. Who actually found whom? Was it the girl who found the horse, or was it the horse who found the girl? And this time around, this painting is called Together Again. So it kind of is assumed that this happens immediately after they met. So now the girl is riding the horse and they're dashing onto the beach. And there is a... I'll start to paint it just a little bit later. There is a whole lot of foam that they're leaping out of. And it's the same red dress. And it's basically the same color palette again. Almost the same. Almost, but slightly different. The horse is pretty much the same, but the beach sand under the water will give the finished painting a slightly different hue. While I'm roughing all of this in, speaking of which, I just want to say that I'm already working on other news. I'm already working on the 9th single for the Sun City album, called Arena Proving Grounds. This video is this one that I'm on right now. It drops on, April 26th. So by this time, Reaper would have been released for 4 days, and it is released for 4 days. And the next single, I'm Arena Proving Grounds, the 9th single. It's gonna be an uphill challenge, an uphill struggle to make it happen on May 22nd, because I have so much on my hands right now in preparation for this event in late May. It's gonna be really challenging. And then leaping out of that event, I don't know how am I gonna manage to write the next track called Turquoise and Lazuli Courtyard. I have no idea. I'm gonna pull this off, because as far as painting, frame making, and putting all the logistics in place for that event in late May, it basically consumes most of my time right now. I spend most of my time, most of my day woodworking. Then I paint at night. I'm barely in time to edit the videos for YouTube and Instagram, like this one. I'm sitting right now, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning on April 17th, recording all of this. I still will need time to edit and, cut the audio, cut to size, and put it all in place. And to export all these video files and then upload them to YouTube and write out all the descriptions and make the thumbnails. I don't know how I'm going to pull this off. I also need some time to rest. Which I have to say that I give myself. These last 3 months, I'm consciously giving myself some time to actually relax. Because the goal is not to run myself into the ground. The goal is actually to get to where I want to be. And again, I see it's morning. It's morning once again. So I was painting into the morning. But, as far as I'm concerned, if we're on a streak, just keep going. Keep rolling. When I try to, mostly when I go into painting or writing music or recording music, I go in high energy. I like this approach. I think that going into, generally speaking, I think that going into something low energy is not the best idea. I don't know, maybe it works for someone else. It doesn't work for me. And if I feel that I'm kind of in the moment, I don't have that energy, I need to sit down, set everything aside, and just sit and think. Or just sit and not think. I just wander in my mind. And it might be going on for like 15 minutes, for half an hour, and I need complete silence. Or maybe I need to get out and have a little walk. And just not talk about anything to myself, not think about anything. Kind of reset. And catch that moment when I feel the resurgence of that high energy. It's like a wave that I kind of have to catch. And I catch that high energy and I go back in straight to what I'm doing, and then I just go at it. Brushstroke after brushstroke, and I'm not going to stop until the wave crashes. You know what I mean? With songwriting, it's that same thing too. I don't see much purpose in going in and sitting there and being like, just, maybe this, or maybe I don't have any good ideas today. I don't know. If I'm going in, that means that I'm going to get out of this with something done. And I know it. It has to be this way. Something should be done. It could be a riff that's written, composed, and it could be a bass line that's written. It could be, some drums that I put down. It could be some lyrics, a little bit of lyrics. And it could be this next verse, or it could be the outro, or it could be, something else. But there has to be some, and I have to go at it high energy. It has to be high energy. And in painting, sometimes this translates to just, sometimes I'm watching the playback from my recordings and I just see that I'm basically frantically using the brush, frantically painting when I get into that sweet spot. And everything seems to flow so well. It's like a high of sorts. And I like it this way. It is a lot more productive. Things turn out a lot easier. The brain works a lot better. There's a lot more clarity. The eyes are just lit, It's easier to discern and to actually pass judgment on what am I doing in that state. And then, of course, there are lower energy situations and sometimes it's good when you actually need to slow down a little bit and just be like, okay, we're going to be wrapping up this painting now. All the main things are in place. Everything that I frantically thrown in there, now we're going to leave this as it is, and we're going to tighten it up just a little bit. And then we're going to let go of the painting. That's how I feel about it nowadays. It's about energy, mostly. The very first stages, it's like an assault. It has to be relentless, it has to be brutal, it has to be fast-paced, and that's how I feel about it. I don't like to, as I discover, I don't like to sit on those larger brush strokes and sit and wander and no, just throw it in there. Go with the feeling. And it looks ugly sometimes, but sometimes it doesn't. And the more I practice this approach, the less ugly it looks. You know what I mean? It's just like endless potential. what can show up on the canvas and how things can turn out. And of course, I'm doing some mistakes, but I'm ignoring those mistakes and I'm just leaping forward. Then there comes a point when I need to refine things a little bit. And that's where I slow down just a tad. And then closer to the ending of the painting, then I can slow down even more and just take a step back and look at things. Sit down for 5 minutes, and just watch it. Get out and return back and look at it again and kind of see, is it what I really want it to feel like or no? Mostly it's about the feeling. And I think in this case, I feel right about this painting, even though I can see that there are problems here. There are a couple of problems that I don't exactly like about this painting, but that's me because I was looking at it for so long. Generally speaking, I think I like the vibe of it. So, here we go. Thanks for watching, and until next time, ciao.